Hey guys, welcome to Media Kramsumption. Today I'm going to talk about an anime series that I've recently been watching called Toriko. Toriko is about an alternate world, if you will, where the most prized commodity that you can possibly have is delicious food. And there are all sorts of strange creatures that inhabit the world and strange plant life and all sorts of things that are hunted and gathered for their deliciosity. And the story follows one gourmet hunter in particular, as they are called, named Toriko. And he travels the world looking for the rarest of all of these foods and the most delicious of all of these foods. And he travels around with a chef by the name of Komatsu, who wants to travel with Toriko so he can better himself as a chef. Throughout the series, they run across several more characters that kind of become integrated into their group, one of which is another gourmet hunter named Coco. Now, Toriko and Coco are both part of a group of very special gourmet hunters called the Four Heavenly Kings, and they are touted as the strongest gourmet hunters in the world. While Toriko's hunting style is purely brute force and strength, he uses his bare hands and intimidation. Coco is what he refers to himself as a poisonous human. So he has spent a great deal of his life developing immunities and antibodies to a variety of different poisons, and through this process he himself has become a poisonous human being. So his hunting style is using his poisons against the creatures that he captures. A third heavenly king is a guy named Sunny, who is obsessed with beauty. He's kind of a take on the classic Bishonen character, the beautiful boy character, but he just goes overboard. If it's not beautiful, it's not worth his time. And he has long, colorful hair, and his technique is using his hair. So he has millions and millions of microscopic strands of hair that are extremely strong and very malleable. He can move them with his mind, like he can move other parts of his body, and he uses them to kind of float over rough surfaces, or to help carry things, or to deflect attacks and shoot attacks back at enemies and whatnot. So that's kind of his power. Now we've got a couple of other characters along with Komatsu, the little chef. We also have a character named Tina, who is a news reporter, and until she gets integrated into the traveling group, she has some trouble getting her news coverage for the gourmet news that she does. And the other character, another character, is a girl named Dean. Her method of attack her method of hunting is by using a series of gases in these guns that she has strapped to her arms. So she has gases that do different things. They can make creatures more excited and more angry and rev them up, or she can use ones that will knock them out, and others that will keep things awake or make things fall asleep. She has a variety of these gases that she uses, these fragrances, if you will. In the world, every monster has what's called a capture level. So the way the show explains it is, if a monster is capture level 1, that means it takes 10 professionally trained hunters to bring that beast down. So, of course, by episode 3, Toriko is bringing down creatures that are well above level 17. So the power balance in the show, just like any good shonen action fantasy show, is out of control. It is absolutely ridiculous. So you would have to imagine that if he brings down a creature that is he brings down a creature single-handedly that is level 10, that would take 100 normally trained hunters to bring down, and he brings it down by himself. I'm at episode 17 out of a current 40 some odd that are out, 48 I think that are out, and where I am in the show, he's already brought down creatures that are above capture level 30. So the power balances are insane in this show, and it's it's really true to form for a genre. So instead of going through and talking about what happens in the 3 arcs that I watch, I'm just going to kind of give you my thoughts on it, because this is really kind of a classic shonen show. shonen action fantasy. The character of Toriko himself looks like he was designed by committee at Shonen Jump. He wears clothes that are very, very similar to Goku's, and his build is just classic Shonen Jump character design. And it's a ridiculous, ridiculous show, but it is so much fun, and it just moves along at this breakneck speed that keeps it entertaining consistently. The show is really well animated for a weekly show of this type. It's really crisp, and it looks really, really good in HD. The voice acting is excellent, and it's really funny too. So the arcs are getting longer now. The first story arc was only 1 episode. The second story arc was 3 episodes, and the story arc that I just finished was 12 episodes. Now, I believe that's 16 episodes because the very first episode was a 45-minute crossover special with One Piece. So I think it was like One Piece episode 500 some odd, whatever. Not sure. I've still only finished the first 2 story arcs of One Piece, so when I watched the crossover as the first episode, there were a ton of One Piece characters that I haven't even come across yet in the series. And as far as the Toriko storyline goes, it had characters gathered together that that weren't gathered together in the Toriko show until, some 5-10 episodes in. So if you want to start this show and you're worried about jumping too far ahead in One Piece or watching an episode out of order, or you're kind of obsessive compulsive like that, then don't worry about watching the first episode, the 45-minute One Piece collaboration, because it's not necessary. It doesn't do anything, as far as I know, it doesn't do anything for One Piece either, but it definitely doesn't do anything for Toriko, because episode 2, the official episode 2, starts exactly where the manga starts, and starts the story from there. Last thoughts. If you're like me, and recent shonen shows haven't really been doing it for you, I've tried to get into Naruto, haven't been able to. I've tried to get into One Piece, and while it's enjoyable, I don't have a desire to watch it, like Toriko is kind of giving me a desire to watch it. If you're not a fan of the shonen selection that has been available in the past 10 years or so, give Toriko a shot, because I was very, very pleasantly surprised at how much I enjoy it and how much I've gotten into it. And this is easily my new favorite anime. So check it out, highly recommended, and that's it for Media Kramsumption. Until next time, take care, guys.
Thank you for watching.